In a classic case of David versus Goliath, Jimmy Butler and the play-in 8th seed Miami Heat take down the #1 team in the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks in classic fashion, coming back in the fourth quarter, down 16 points with 10 minutes to go. Jimmy Butler led his troops to an amazing comeback and a thrilling overtime win to clinch the series in 5 games. Yes, 5 games. So to answer that reporter's question for Giannis Antetokounmpo, yes, this season was a failure. The Milwaukee Bucks were the #1 seed in the East and the consensus team to come out of the East and represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals, led by former 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, all-stars like Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Defensive Player of the Year candidate Brook Lopez, ferocious front court players like Bobby Portis, and a slew of role players. You have to consider this a huge failure. What up, family? You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know it's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. Now, after the game, Giannis went up to the podium for his press conference where he was asked, does he consider this season a failure? And flat out, Giannis was bothered, Giannis was disturbed, and Giannis was vexed by the question, answering in a stern tone, bringing up the great Michael Jordan, saying he played 15 seasons and won 6 championships. Were the other seasons failures? Giannis, you cannot do this in this moment on that stage. You are the perennial MVP with the consensus #1 team in the NBA, and you go down in disturbing fashion in 5 games to a play-in 8th seed. A play-in 8th seed led by Jimmy Butler and a bunch of undrafted players. Duncan Robinson is undrafted. Tyler Hero broke his hand and was not a part of this series. Victor Oladipo blew out his knee and was not a part of this series. Max Strus, undrafted player. Caleb Martin, undrafted player. Gabe Vincent, undrafted player. And you go down in 5 games. Now, granted, you had injury issues. You missed some times. But to be in a game 5 at home, up 16 in the fourth quarter with your season on the line, you can't come out here in the fourth quarter and overtime and play like Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Flat out. You played hot potato with the basketball. You didn't want it in your hands. And you cost your team an elimination game at home. Now, I usually don't go on these rants if you guys are return guests back to my channel. I usually don't go off on rants. But this has to be said. Giannis Antetokounmpo, we got to hold you accountable. We got to hold your feet to the fire. This new age of NBA superstars are front runners. They want all the praise when they're winning games. They want all the praise when things are going their way. But when things don't go their way, when they wet the bed, when they don't show up, they want to be given a pass. We've seen this with the Memphis Grizzlies, and I'll address them in another video. And here we are seeing it with Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. In every way, shape, and form, this is a failure. A number one seed, a consensus pick to go to the NBA Finals, playing a play-in 8th seed, and to be home in 5 games is unacceptable and is without a doubt a failure. Every other superstar who's gone and wet the bed has had their feet set to the fire. LeBron James, one of the greatest, if not the greatest player to ever touch a basketball court. His feet are held to the fire with every playoff defeat. Kevin Durant, just last season, as an 8th seed, gone in 4 games. Y'all destroyed him the whole summer. As an 8th seed, Dirk Nowitzki felt the flames for 4 to 5 seasons after his number one seeded Dallas Mavericks lost in 6 games to the 8th seeded We Believe Warriors. He felt that wrath. He couldn't beat the soft allegations for 4 to 5 seasons until he won a championship the way he did, beating LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh in the Miami Heat. So I don't want to hear this about all of a sudden now this year is not a failure. It's a failure. And the members of the media had every right to ask you that question. Every right. And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. And I blame the fans and I blame the media as well. Y'all ripped stars like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant for their failures to prop up your chosen superstars. But when they wet the bed, you guys want to pacify them. These stars want to come out and be like, oh, no, I don't think it's a failure. It's a failure. But then when you win, you want to crown yourselves. You got to take everything that comes with it. In that moment, a Game 5 elimination game at home, up 16 in the 4th quarter. It's your job, Giannis Antetokounmpo, to tell Drew Holiday, get out the way. Forget what the coach is talking about. Get out the way. I'm making sure Jimmy Butler doesn't win this game. But you passed the buck, all pun intended, and put the blame on your coach as to why you weren't guarding Jimmy Butler. Now turn around. Eric Spoelstra draws up a play for somebody else. Jimmy Butler says, scrap that. I'm taking the ball and I'm making something happen. You see the difference? You got to want these moments. A crucial tip-off late in the game, ball ends up in your hands, and you play hot potato with it, which leads to a turnover. Because you didn't want to step up to that line with the pressure of elimination on your back and sink 2 free throws. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the pacifying. I'm sick of the favoritism. I'm sick of the coddling. Every other superstar up until this generation has felt the flames of failure. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you sit in that chair and you feel the flames of failure. That's all I got on this for now. I'll be back with more. Like I always say, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know it's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them, man. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Share the video, jump in the comments. I'll see you there.